Hey, how you doing? My name is Dave. My name is Nay. For those who know me and those who don't, I ask that the Lord blesses my tongue as I tell you guys this. So I'm going to go on ahead and get started. This one is February 5th, 2018. Alright, it says I'm a nurse in a uniform at a hospital with a badge on that's not mine. I'm someone I'm not. So I walked through the hospital to the administration desk. So I turned and continued walking through the hospital. All the people are sick, dead, or dying. The hospital is full. People are in the rooms, holding areas, and in the ER, and in the hallway, laying in beds or on mats on the floor. People are trying to comfort each other to make them comfortable. As I move, trying not to step on anyone in the hall. I walk down the hall on the right. I look to my left to see curtains almost closed but not fully closed. The first room is a small room. Someone is very ill. Their skin seems to be deteriorating or something close to it. So I walk in and then out. The second room, I see severed body parts on a gurney bed. There's an ankle to the feet. There's an ankle all the way to the feet. I see an arm, but I'm not sure if it's actually an arm. I go to the third room to my left, which is the last room. It almost looks like a doctor's office. There's a man standing behind a little girl. It's the doctor and the patient. So I see the little girl, but I don't see her parents. I never see her parents. Now I'm back at the administration desk. I walk through the sick people again. This time I look closer. The people are very sick. Their faces are deteriorating, almost like it had been burned or melted or something. The person on the mat is the same as I walk. Oh, the person on the mat is the same. The person on the mat is the same. So as I walk by, I keep feeling don't touch that person and no one else. So the Lord's telling me don't touch that person and don't touch anyone else. The people are in a lot of pain. Some have cold, some have flu. Some have the flu. Others are burned or melting. Now I'm in a room walking around a person in a hospital bed. They're very ill. I think this person reached for me. The person has no strength and there's something wrong with their skin. I hurry out of the room. Now I'm in the next room, the second room. I see a man, a doctor maybe, holding a cutting device. I focus on the table. There's body parts on the gurney, a foot from the ankle down, and another body part, I'm not sure what. Now I'm in the hallway going to the last room, the third room. A doctor stands behind a little girl. His hands are on her breast. He's feeling on her. So I walk into the entrance of the room. I walk into the entrance of the room. I look a little further back. I walk into the entrance of the room. There's another room here to my left, a few feet in front of this little girl. I see. Give me 1 minute, y'all. I have to turn the page. So I walk into another room. There's another room a few feet in front of the little girl. So I walk into the room. There's a body on the table in that room. Now I'm in the hallway again, but a different hallway. There's 2 hazard containers with skulls on them, biohazard containers. So they spill on the floor almost as if they've been poured out. A liquid comes towards me. It's pale or like a mix of pale and yellow. I know not to allow it to touch me. Don't allow contact. I know this. So I move and I jump and I run out of the double doors that are in that hall. I run to another hall. Steady running. I come up on a door. Now I'm entering the hall near the administration desk. I walk past the person on the mat and the hazardous liquid flows to her. She's in it. This stuff is like liquid ice. It touches her face. I see her pain. She's in pain. It freezes or it does something to her. I'm not sure what it is, but it freezes or does something to her. Every person it touched, those people became worse. I know that no one should ever touch it. I know this. I'm worried for the people as I move past them, but I keep moving so that the hazardous liquid don't touch me. I walk past the room with the person in the bed, the next room with the I walk past the room with the person in the bed, the next room with the cut up body parts on the gurney. Now I'm in the third room, standing next to the counter. I see the doctor feeling on the little girl's breast. The little girl does not know that the doctor shouldn't be doing this. She is playing with a doll in her hands. So I go to the doctor and I go off on him from touching the little girl. I tell the little girl, don't ever let anyone touch you like that. He shouldn't touch you like that. You have to protect yourself. What he is doing is wrong or is bad. It's very bad. So I give the little girl maybe a Snicker or something, some type of candy. I give it to the little girl. Then I walk to and in the room a few feet in front of the little girl, a few feet ahead of us. I hide in this room on the side of the counter a few feet from the person on the hospital or the doctor's bed. It looks like a doctor's office in here. Now I'm in another part of the hospital. I see a lady trying to hide and warn people about trying to hide and so I'm sorry. Now I'm in another part of the hospital. I see a lady trying to hide and warn people, but no one is listening. She wants to talk to me. So she takes me into the room and closes the door. So she closes the door. And she tells me about a man trying to get or do something to her. She's trying to warn me and trying to hide at the same time. So I try to comfort her. I see the glass window that we are standing in front of in this room. It's odd because the window is long and wide. So I walk out of the room with the large window that you could see through as I watch the people look for her. She keeps saying, they're coming to get me. They're trying to keep me from telling the people what they're doing or what they're trying to do. So I walk out of the room. Someone comes and asks me where she is. I tell or either point to the room that I had come out of. The guy says there's no one in there. I look and the lady's not there. You know, the lady she's not there. The room's empty. So I watch the hospital workers. They walk into the room and back out of the room. I look back at the men and see someone. I remember the lady telling me about what was going on and trying to help me, and that they are intentionally doing something to the people and I'm not to trust them. The man looks mad at me and he says the lady was never there because she's dead. She was never there. Everyone knew me. They knew that I was a doctor. They knew that I am a doctor. Now I'm unveiled. The hospital sees the real me. I have a hospital uniform and a badge on. I look at the badge and I see a name that starts with a C. It's an odd name. The name's important. I don't remember what it is though. The hospital workers are chasing me, trying to get me because I know their secret. I know their secret and what they're trying to do. They thought I was like them, but I'm not. They thought I was like them, but I'm not. They don't want me to tell the people what they're trying to do or what they are doing. They are making the people sick. They are dying or dead. They are doing this. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. So I'm going to explain this all the way through. The Lord is basically telling me He sent me through the hospital so I could walk around the hospital and see what was going on. The Lord was telling me, hey, there's people in the first set of rooms. Their skin is almost like deteriorating. It's like it's burned or melted or something like that. The second room cut up body parts. They're cutting up people. Or they're cutting up the body parts. The third room was the doctor messing with the little girls, touching on the little girls. Now, right after I put this out, I don't know if you guys remember, but it was on the news where those doctors were, and those little girls, those little athlete little girls or whatever, they was touching on those girls, messing with those girls, you know, doing something they had no business doing. You also seen all over the news where people were getting sick. They were saying it started off as like a cold or whatnot, and then it ended up turning into like the flu, and people were getting sick and they were dead, or they were already dead, or they were dying, and that was just being spread out. Okay, now this biohazardous stuff in the hospital, I'm not sure what it meant, but the law was basically telling me how they doing this. Now the lady that was trying to warn me, and they were basically saying that the doctors that were looking for her, they said that she was never there because she was dead. They killed her. Okay, so what I started doing at that time, back then, after I posted the video back then, I started looking through all the hospitals and the people that were dying in hospitals and whatnot. So if you go online and you type in death at hospitals, multiple deaths at hospitals, and I was typing in the year 2018 or the stuff for that month and a couple of months after, because you know this stuff isn't on our time. It's on God's time. And there's demons, devils, people who have bad things attached to them. So I started looking it up and whatnot. So I started seeing where those multiple hospitals where they've been reported, people have died, people, where they said that people were committing suicide, where basically it said people were killing themselves at these hospitals. Nurses were killing themselves at these hospitals. And I was like, oh, that's crazy, because no. They were killing these freaking nurses because they knew their secret, and they was going to tell on their butt for the things that they were doing, and mental patients and stuff like that. I don't know, but because the fact that they were looking for her, it was almost as if she was a mental patient or whatever. So that's what I look for: mental hospitals. The fact that I was a hospital I was a nurse at one hospital. The Lord let me know, hey, you as a nurse, they see you as a nurse, you are one of them. And all of a sudden at the end, the law is basically saying, hey, they thought you were one of them. You know their secret, or you knew their secret, and they wanted to do this and that to you. So if you guys watch through my other videos, you heard me say that the Lord puts me in other people's shoes sometimes. So I'm not always in my own shoes. I'm in other people's shoes as well. And when the Lord talks to me, it's almost like a riddle that you got to break down. So when I see certain things, I go back and I look it up, because everything is not just for me. It's for you. It's for the other people or whatever. So, and the Lord tells me that if I don't speak on it, if I don't tell you guys and something happens, then the blood is on my hands. Now, I want you guys to remember that as well. If you don't speak on it, their blood is literally on your hands. Figuratively, mentally, emotionally, it's on your hands. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this one and go to the next. So I'm going to label this the mental hospital, the sick people. I don't know, but it's all in one. All in one, because the Lord was basically showing me a little bit of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and start the next. I know my voice is kind of off because I'm losing my voice. I'm trying, so please give me a little credit for that. I'm trying. Even though I'm losing my voice, I'm trying. But I love you guys. I'm going to end this one and head to the next.